So, allergy season is coming in at full force, hence why my dark circles look darker than usual, my eyes look very puffy, but we're gonna fix that. Much better. We can now get back at the task at hand, which is some bit of sharing. And while I'm doing this, I will be painting my nails with these beautiful colors. What I wanted to share in this video is my first week of work and what I've learned about my fellow interns. They're really sweet people, so I'm just gonna jump to it and start. So my interns, they are very sweet people. They all come from overseas. I mean, they were from here, but they all go to university, or they spent a lot of their high school years overseas and all of that. They all have a very different lifestyle from me. I'm someone that's more quiet and introverted. I don't really like going out too late at night or going out late at all, or going to parties, going to clubs. That's not really my thing. My interns are those types of people. They like to go drinking, they like to go partying, they like to go clubbing and smoking this and that. I mean, that's pretty much the very stereotypical kind of college life I've seen in like movies. So they're pretty much living that, and I'm not. I'm someone who very boring. After school, I just like to go home, do my readings. So that's my day. Not really too big on clubbing. I don't really like big crowds or music that is too loud. That kind of hurts my ears. When I hang out with my friends, it's usually like a small get together, and we'll like have like dinner, or we have lunch, or we go somewhere. I'm not really a clubbing person. And then I was just sitting there, like as they were talking about like drinks and like White Claws and all of that, like vodka, like what is that thing you regret the most drinking? And I have nothing to contribute to that because I don't drink. I think alcohol, frankly, all alcohol tastes like soap. You cannot convince me otherwise. It tastes like soap. I do not like it, and I will not drink it unless it's, I don't know, unless it's like mandatory, or I don't know, like celebratory or something. I'm not just gonna drink for fun. Like, I'm someone that just likes to drink like green tea. I like to drink hot lemon water when I can. But anyway, they were talking about like drinks like White Claws, like vodka and all of that, and of course I have nothing to contribute because I don't drink any of those things. And then while we were walking back from lunch to work, someone mentioned something about a drug, and little old me, I don't smoke anything. Not really my thing. I don't think that's something I would enjoy. I don't do that. This person mentioned something about like Central America, and then something about a shaman, and then something about having to go to like Mexico or something, and that you need to have someone you trust, or like a tour guide you know well enough to like bring you there, or else you're going to be like kidnapped or like trafficked or lost or scammed. And I don't know, but this sounds like a movie. It sounds like Taken, and then you're gonna need Liam Neeson to go like save your ass. And then out of nowhere, this person like pulls out like a vaping thing. It's not like vaping, because I remember when I was in France before, people were actually vaping the smoking stuff. You can just tell by the way I'm talking about it. I have no idea what that is, but it's not like those electric cigarettes vaping things, because I remember in France, when people would vape, the smoke that came out from the other end of that device, the smoke was huge. It was like a huge cloud of smoke, and that didn't happen when this person was taking that on the streets while they were telling the story. It was like a very small kind of like just puff of smoke. They said it was mint, so maybe it's one of those like CBD like relievers for, I don't know. And out of nowhere, they started talking about this drug called TNT, and they were like, oh, my friend took TNT, but it's something that you can take like once in your life and something. And they started talking about what it was, and apparently if you take this drug, it activates something in your brain. Like, it activates a part of your brain that releases a chemical which is only released when you're dead. So that's like a death simulating drug. What? Apparently, because of that, like, this person's friend took this drug, and then they soar into their childhood, and all of a sudden their childhood just flashed before their eyes. And because of that, you can only take this drug once in your lifetime because it simulates death. Just reminded me of that film like Flatliners. I haven't watched the old one, I've only watched the new one, the one with like Nina Dobrev, the one with Nina Dobrev. And I don't know, just me sitting there. I'm not someone who goes to clubs. Again, I'm gonna reiterate that. I'm not someone who goes to clubs, not someone who drinks even occasionally. My friends don't really do that, so to me it was like wow, like that's a big lifestyle change. But the thing is, they're all like really great people, they're all like really sweet, they're really nice to talk to, but I just feel like I don't have much to contribute. And one of my irrational fears, it's very irrational, it's very dumb, but it's like a very real fear for me, like not for them, because they seem like they were talking about like the different clubs they've gone to, and they're like, oh, did you go to that one? Like, yeah, I like that, but I think the house music on that one is better. They're like, yeah, that one's good too. Like, I have no idea what they're talking about. Also, I can't contribute anything because I don't know what in the heck they're talking about, because I don't go to clubs. It's like, do you want to go to a bar? I don't even go to bars. I don't even go to bars. I stay at home most of the time. One of my irrational fears is that if they said, hey, let's all go to a club together, like on Friday night, and then they all like, yeah, let's go. There's this other more introverted, I'm more introverted. There's this one other person that's more introverted in the group. Everyone else is, they're extroverted. But aside from me, I think there's this other person who's more introverted. But even they would go clubbing and is accustomed to this vibrant college nightlife. So it's like, wow, I thought I had a leaning on this. I thought I had like a companion, but I guess I don't anymore. Again, back to that irrational fear. One of the irrational fears is that they will all be like, let's go to a club Friday night. And then they all go. And then, am I gonna say no? Am I gonna reveal myself to be the prude that doesn't go to clubs? I mean, peer pressure truly is in full force now. Like, for the people here, they really like going to clubs, and it's such a bummer to have to babysit someone who's not accustomed to this world. So I don't really it's an irrational fear, but what if they do ask, like, let's go to clubs, and then I'm like, oh well, you guys have fun. I'm not really a club person, but you guys have fun though. Like, they're not gonna force me to go. But it just reminded me of that scene in Friends, you know, when Rachel, her boss, when she was like working at Ralph Lauren, right? She's working at Ralph Lauren, and then her boss goes up to the rooftop and smokes. And every time, because Rachel doesn't smoke, and every time that they smoke on the rooftop, a lot of business decisions are made without Rachel because she doesn't smoke. So she misses out on all of the fun things and like all the big decisions. So that's irrational fear, but that's my fear. What if like they go to the club together and they form this incredible strong friendship, and because I wasn't there, they like either talk like bad about me, or they like band together and form this alliance, and back at the office they don't talk to me at all, or they treat me as some sort of an outcast because I don't club, and they're like, oh, you're like this outsider person, we don't really want you here. I don't think that's what they would say, but you know, when you're someone who's living in my brain, that is the direction that my brain tends to go to. I mean, I've been to a bar once, but this is probably going to sound so lame. So if in the future I mention that I've been to a bar, please don't out me and say that this is the extent of going to a bar. I went to a bar with my mom. I went to a bar with my mom because her friend, my mom's co-worker's boyfriend's old boss, opened a bar. Or a bar, it wasn't a club, opened a bar. So we went there on the opening night because everything was free. The food was free, everything was free. So of course I was gonna go with free food. It was very tame. I was with my mom. I couldn't like do anything wild, and even if I could, I don't think I would do anything wild. It was so loud, you couldn't hear anything, you couldn't talk to anyone. And I was like, the whole time I was like, when can I go? When can I go? This is boring. This is very loud. I've had all the chicken wings I can physically power through. I am done here. When can I go? And on graduation dinner when I was in high school, like me and my friend we just took the train and we just went, like, changed from our like fancy like dinner clothes back to like normal casual wear, and we just went home. But I remember waking up to a lot of like Snapchats or like Instagram stories from like our classmates, and a lot of them went to clubs, they booked hotel rooms, and they went to clubs again. And then that's just, wow, like they're going to be so prepped for that like vibrant like party college life. I feel like most of my friends aren't really into that, which is probably why we get along so well together. Anything that's like too like high energy, I don't think I am someone who's like low energy by any means. I certainly don't speak in a monotoned way because I don't speak in a very monotoned way. I'm just not like very energetic as my co-workers are in my internship. What do you think? It's a bit kind of dull for the summertime, but I quite like it. It's kind of subtle. I don't want it to be too pronounced, because if it is, I worry that it might not be a very good look at work. Sometimes it's unavoidable. Sometimes you do feel like, oh my god, when so many people are doing college this way, am I doing college the wrong way? If I'm going to college for school and I actually like what I'm studying, is that an anomaly? Is that weird? You're probably also wondering, what is up with the accent switch? Like, I'm kind of losing it. I should be able to do it better. I was watching a lot of Lisa Eldridge makeup videos, and it got me wanting to put on a British accent, but I'm very well aware that this isn't one. I don't know what this is. My friend has told me it sounds more Australian, but if I talk to my friend who goes to school in Australia, they're gonna tell me it's something else. So this is like a postmodernist approach on switching accents, so please don't spoil my fun and tell me what accent this is, or tell me that it's not this accent or that accent, because frankly I don't even know what accent I'm doing. It's been a week of work so far, but just how differently people are, like I've never felt more like even at my university, I am aware that I'm not like the clubbing or like the fun person. Like when you think of like a fun college person, you want to think of me. Like if you think of a boring college person, you would think of me. But like everyone else here is like so into that category and so into that lifestyle, and I'm just so the opposite. So I just, in a way, I do feel left out, but they don't kind of like isolate me. It's usually when they talk, I just stay quiet because like, do you want to talk? Like they're talking about like white claws and like vodkas and like puking and having their boyfriend having to clean up their like puke soaked clothes and like driving like a taxi home and all that. They're talking about that. What I have to contribute is I'm working so hard on my assignment, I really hope I get an A. And it's like the difference there. They're sweet people. I'm just a boring person. They're just very fun and colorful, vibrant people. Conclusion is they're fun and vibrant, and I'm boring. I think that is the video today. I don't know what it is. Make of it whatever you will. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know what accent this is, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.